I want to thank y'all for being here today. It's a beautiful day. Unfortunately, we're here to talk about something very serious that I think is important to the people of my Senate district, important to the people of Watauga County, so we decided to go ahead and roll this out this week. Basically, what we're here today to do is to unveil a piece of legislation called Caylee's Law. It's been introduced in Florida, at least 4 other states. Last I checked, I'm sure it's been introduced in other states since then. Caylee's Law, as you all know, is a response to the Casey Anthony trial, in which Casey Anthony was acquitted of the murder of her daughter Caylee, despite the fact that for 31 days after Caylee went missing, Casey Anthony was leading a raucous partying lifestyle and did not report that her child was missing. Alabamians were appalled by that case. And all over America, people were appalled. Many people were upset that Casey was acquitted of murder, but even if we assume that the jury reached a fair conclusion on the murder charge, I think most Americans were appalled that any parent could go 30 days without reporting their child missing and not be held accountable for it. This isn't about the Casey Anthony trial anymore. This is about making sure in Alabama we have a law that protects innocent children and holds adults charged with their care accountable for despicable criminal behavior. What the Casey Anthony trial did was it exposed a weakness in the law, and we're going to close it. And I think this is going to be a very well-received bill in the legislature. And what I wanted to do is to invite my fellow local officials here, you all know them, standing behind me to show you that we're united in making sure that Alabama law gives our prosecutors, Randall, and our judges the ability to hold parents accountable for neglecting the most fundamental duties and responsibilities of parenthood. Some people have said that this kind of law is reactionary, it'll almost never be used, that this kind of case is so rare that we shouldn't have this. I disagree. If one child is saved because of this law, or if one parent is held accountable under this law for failing to report a missing child or the death of a child, then this law has served its purpose. And I don't think anybody would argue, I don't think any reasonable person could argue that this law shouldn't be on the books in Alabama. So I want to thank our law enforcement officials, Judge Booth, our mayor. I want to thank everybody for coming out today to support this bill. As you heard me say a minute ago, Marty, we're going to file the bill this week. I'm still receiving some input. Randall had a good idea earlier. We're going to look at putting that into the bill. But the fundamentals of the bill are in place. We're going to wait a couple of days and let some other senators decide whether they want to co-sponsor or not before we formally file it. But it is drafted, it's ready to go, and I look forward to introducing it and getting it passed in the regular session as early as possible. Any questions? Nope. That's it. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.